But unfortunately, about the thing that's been talked about the show the most was poor Titus O'Neil.
Oh yeah, I quite a few people started messaging me yesterday and sending me gifs of it and the video of it, and that
It,
sucks.
it's it seemed like everybody had a good sense of humor about it,
Yeah,
including Titus himself. But my favorite comment was Batista's. It was, "Bro, enough already. We get it. You're a super freaking athlete. You have to keep rubbing in. A lot of people worked really hard for that match, and you come along and steal the show with your superior athletic ability. It's not cool, man."
yeah, no, that's funny. He, in all seriousness, I'm glad he's all right. People don't
Yeah,
understand that steel.
it
There's,
looked
and I
like it could have been
believe
brutal.
had he hit the steel and not gone all the way, and I believe there's a steel beam that goes all the way down in the middle of the ring as well. I'm not 100% certain. Maybe I'm thinking because I know they're on some independent rings. I can't remember if WWE has one of the posts. It's like a smaller type metal post that in the middle on the outside. But even if that's not there, just the bottom frame is not. He barely missed just that bottom frame. Going at the speed he was going, like had he tripped and fallen and hit his head on any, like he would have been knocked out cold. I have no doubt. Like that was because when you trip like that was full force. I mean, he slid all the
Yeah,
way under the ring, and it's funny. It's hysterical because he is okay, and that's I always when I with my gimmick foot running to the ring was always because I've had to do run-ins and stuff, and I would always stagger that where because that it's very tricky down there because that mat does go it goes and there's like a little upwards part and it's the slightest thing but it just takes a little small your boot just not getting up quite all the way getting caught in that and you can see what happens and I think he's handled it in a great way and I think everybody you have no choice but to laugh because for me, again, I always look at it like this too. That I always wonder how much they have invested in Titus O'Neil because to me, if that was and let me get your opinion on this too, Ace. If that was Stone Cold Steve Austin running down the ramp, do you think they show replays of that?
no, hell no. The announcers were laughing about it, and
Yeah.
the announcers kind of joked about it for a good 10 minutes after. You're right. If it was someone like Stone Cold or someone
Anybody
they a
else?
lot of
And personally,
yeah,
I would, and this is personally, the video is going to make it online. I'm sure fans are going to capture it. That's fine. You let them do it. But from a work standpoint, I'm fucking furious if that's
yeah,
me. Because to me that's and again, you got to know how to protect your brand and it's fun and everyone hopefully they do something with it and you can make a little money out of it. But it's I think that shows that's a reflection of where you're standing in as in the company. And a lot of people might get upset at that, but personally from speaking as a performer, if I'm running down that ramp and I trip and fall, then the company starts highlighting that and they didn't have to because they didn't get it on the main shot to begin with. Oh, you guys are going out of your way to make me look like a fool now. So and
yeah,
again, it's pro wrestling. If that's the character, no problem. But I just know that and I just use Stone Cold as an example because I think everybody understand the level he was at and how he was used. It could be anybody. If it was John Cena, it could be, I'm talking anybody else. But it
yeah.
just, I don't know. That to me, that's what I noticed. And I think if I was him, I would want to know, well, why are you guys? It's an embarrassing fucking moment. It could have happened to anybody. In all seriousness,
Sure.
but that's what I took, and I'm glad everyone's having fun with it. I'm glad he's okay because it could have just been so much worse. But just from a performer standpoint, and you got like it's oof, that's what goes through my mind.